Hey, good morning, YouTube. Chainsaw Canuck here. So I got my p41 here on the bench. It's wearing a farm saw top handle, obviously, but that's not a big deal to me. So this had the full wrap on it. I also got a farm saw chassis that's actually in good shape. That's where you got the handle of this. Now this saw, it only runs like 120 psi at best. Has even a little bit of squirt oil in the cylinder, so it ain't great. Through the muffler port, piston looks fine. It really does. I'll bring you guys in here. In fact, get to go over. Take a look at this piston. See if we can turn some light on. There we go. Yeah, the piston in here looks phenomenal. From what I can see of the cylinder as well, it looks great. Try to do this one-handed. Either way, you get the idea. It looks good. But the compression's low. I pulled this cylinder off that the farm saw. Frame still here. As you can see, the piston has a little bit of carbon scoring. Rings are still free. This saw was pulling about 160 psi. So cylinder looks great. Bring some light in there again. So there's some aluminum transfer right there where the piston has a scoring, but that's just transfer. I mean, apart from that, that cylinder's in beautiful, beautiful shape. And that transfer will come right off. If you work on saws, especially older ones, you probably know that already. So let's go back in the box. The clip that I just lost in the get for dumping the box. Just pause you guys for a second. I'll search that clip later. I got other ones that'll work. Just the Pioneer ones are actually a really good design. Anyways, the rest is anti-vibe off. This thing also, the fuel line's rotten. Brought it off right into the tank. I've never taken one of these apart. Screw on the other side. Yeah, I just probably want to the starter cover here too. That would make sense. You know, all the years I didn't have an impact to do this. Like, that's crazy. This impact makes life so much easier. Even those anti-vibe bolts, I tried by hand at first, but yeah, that was a complete no-go. This thing's points. Huh. This has the early. I was hoping it had the starter with the actual pawls on it, but it does not. Is that an electronic coil or points? I would think this thing would be a farm saw. It was electronic. It had a Presto light coil on it. There's a wire going under there, but it's got good sparks, so I'm not going to worry about that one bit. Actually, had really excellent spark, probably because it is points. Okay, that should all come off now. Sort of kind of. It's tricky. And don't laugh, I've never ever been into one of these before. So, well, I shouldn't say that. I just pulled the cylinder off the farm, so that was not exactly a complete saw. Too much. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, there we go. Perfect. This guy should just come right off. What's that other wire for? Close to ground. Okay. Trips off. So we'll take the ground off. Saws are actually, I mean, after pulling the cylinder off the other one, I think these saws are actually pretty nice to work on for an older vintage saw with a horizontal cylinder anyways. Let's get this cardboard away. This fuel line's gonna have to go. carb will obviously get a rebuild. I should put a non-governed carb on here. That would make things better, but I kind of don't like the governed ones. But I guess that's why a lot of these saws are still in good shape. That governed does kind of prevent blowing it up. Okay. Where's the ends right there? Yeah, can I just unhook that? No, I cannot. Okay. That's got to stay there. These look like very similar to, what brand is this? It must be a Whitco flywheel. Whitco, whatever. Okay, so now, I'm actually ready to pull this cylinder off. There's a clamper in the vise. Let's clamp it to the dogs here. See if we can zoom you guys back out, because that's kind of close. Oh, whatever. It's kind of dark down here. I'm using an old phone for a camera. My new phone is brand new, so I'm a little paranoid about it at the moment. So, gasket off. I'm hoping this cylinder has no transfer or anything, where it's just a matter of swapping rings from that other piston to this one, because that's what I'm hoping to do. Like, keep it simple, like. Because from my understanding, now someone correct me if I'm wrong, the farm saw is actually kind of like a detuned version of a p41. I don't know, poor timing or what, but I might compare the cylinders too once I get this guy off. A tip, I've mentioned this before, if you're using these things and they got the ball end on here, just grind the ball end off. For taking cylinder bolts out, if they're stuck tight, that little ball piece can just torque off and get stuck in the head. Ask me how I know. You can get them out, but it's a pain in the ass to remove that afterwards. Okay. I'm gonna stuff a paper towel on the intake here so I don't get crap in there. Don't leave this thing eating any dirt. I swear the clutch on the other one looked bigger, but probably not. Probably my imagination. Oh, nice and easy. Oh yeah, there's some scoring on there. That's on the intake side. That's not bad, but it definitely is some scoring there. And that's probably why it's got low compression. I wonder if the rings are just stuck in there. I'll swing the vise around and we'll discover together, because the rings look a little stuck there. Which that'd be excellent, because then they really won't need much. No, they're not stuck. But I think the other piston's a better option. What was that? Yeah, it was all on the intake side too. It doesn't feel all that bad, but I probably reuse this one. I wonder if I could just plop any rings in here. Or if I should swap the... we'll try just swapping the rings first. This thing was actually easy to take apart. It's a learning curve, so let's do that. And this will be base gasket delete. Maybe it'll give it a little more torque. Maybe. Just like break these rings. Because I don't think you can get these rings. Little Red Barn sells a set that, and there I think it's a thick ring set, which is nice to know that's available. Because I mean, worst case scenario, that would be an option. Although I've heard mixed reviews of stuff from Little Red Barn. I mean, I've never bought it personally, but mixed reviews are mixed reviews. Okay. But I'm going to take this piston off because it needs to be cleaned up. Right gasket off. So I'm not going to bore you with that. This is just part one of the video. Anyways, see you guys in a bit. YouTube. So I got this Pioneer all back together. It's got the piston from the farm saw on it. I cleaned up the transfer off the piston from this. Carb kit, fuel lines, fuel filter. This chain is going to, if it gets running, I'm going to do a cut, but look at this chain. This chain is right fucked. I started sharpening it, but I really don't have time for that today. The corners are knocked right off. It's not very good. But anyways, hopefully she'll run. I'll put another chain up, but this is a 58 gauge 70 drive length chain, which I do not have. This is a safety chain anyway, so I'll just get a new loop of steel RS here probably in the next couple of weeks. But anyways, hope you enjoy. Hopefully when you see this, it'll be running and then maybe cutting. Okay, so this is like try. I've already had this running, but the camera died, blah blah blah. One of those days. What is that? That's weird. Anyways, without further ado, hopefully she runs. It might need crank seals, plus this chain needs some work, but we're going to just make some cuts with it. This chain sucks, so it's going to be kind of sad, but whatever. We're going to do it anyways. So yeah, that chain is too dull to even bother cutting with it. It'll just, you know what happens, right? But anyways, the saw runs. Needs a few things. Track down crank seal for the flywheel side. I'll find another screw for the throttle handle. But yeah, apart from that, she runs. She's got good compression. She'll be a good saw. Nice full wrap. I wish I had the original handle, not the farm saw handle, but whatever. It's gonna be a good runner. Be a working saw. Anyways, take her easy.